Dr. Chen shared the part 2 and part 3 from the exam. So rather than using class time, because I would like to finish out this unit that you began with her, I'm going to go over those questions here, and you should please make your corrections. Here we go. Part 2. The problem was as follows. Given AC is the angle bisector of angle DAB. Here's the diagram. So this was angle DAB, D-A-B. AC is the bisector of that. That will give us these angles congruent. Of course, we'll have reflexive. And then they tell us that AD is congruent to AB. So that's given. Let's mark that immediately in the picture. And our goal is to prove that angle D is congruent to angle B. Now, this was a proof where they gave you an outline and you had to fill things in. Well, number 1, we already know. So number 2, it was blank on the left. I'll fill it in red. On the right, it said definition of angle bisector. Then for line 3, it had the information filled out on the left. The right was blank. On question 4, it had the information on the left filled in. Right was blank. 5, left filled in, right blank. Okay, so let me fill in the missing information in red. Number 1, this was the statement, and it was given. Oh, that was filled in. Okay. All right, so line 2. Definition of an angle bisector. We would have angle DAC is congruent to angle BAC, which I've marked in the picture right here. Do it again in red. Then we have reflexive property. The triangles are congruent. Remember what I advised you before I went out. Take one triangle, draw it on its own, look at the marks, so you can see that the triangles are congruent by side, included angle side. And then you have CPCTC, which again stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So that was part 2. Make sure you have that down. Slow down the video, as you know, okay? Because it takes a lot to upload these. Sometimes it takes 25 minutes, half hour to upload each video. Let's take a look at part 3. Part 3, the first one, we were given that BD bisects AC and AB is congruent to BC. We were asked to prove that angle C is congruent to angle A. So we already know it's CPCTC, right? Because they're asking us to prove congruent parts. The picture was similar to this. B, D, C, A. Okay, so number 1, let's put this. This is really easy. Then we're going to have reflexive, and then we have a segment bisector. And then we'll be able to prove these triangles by side, side, side. So before I do the proof, I plan it out. So number 1, we have the givens. Of course, you have to write them out. Then I'm going to put that BD is congruent to BD, so I don't forget to put it. Reflexive property. Then we're going to put that AD is congruent to CD, and that is because a segment bisector splits a segment into two congruent segments. I'm also fine if at this point you just write definition of segment bisector. So now the two triangles are congruent. Triangle BAD would be congruent to triangle BCD. And that would be by side, side, side. And then, of course, we have that angle C is congruent to angle A, and that's by CPCTC. Okay, I can't state this often enough that what this stands for, because a lot of kids do not know what it stands for. They just memorize it. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Where do we get that from? C, P, C, T, C. Okay, let's take a look at the very last question on the test. Number 3, we were given BD bisects AC, and AB is congruent to, oh, I just started copying number 2. Silly McGilly. All right, so we have AD bisects CB at E, and then they gave us angle A is congruent to angle D. Here was the picture, something like this. Hold on. I wasn't satisfied with the way I drew that. I will draw that again. So it was something like that, all right? And we had A, B, E, C, B. Okay, our goal was to prove that E is a midpoint of AD. Okay, so we start off. I would like to do vertical angles first, since it's for free. But, of course, I'm going to put the givens. So line 2 will be the vertical angles. So here you would write the givens for line 1, line 2. You're allowed to take a shortcut and just call this 1 and 2. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 because vertical angles are congruent. So we have AD bisecting CB. Highlight CB. That's the thing that's being bisected. So that gives us BE is congruent to CE. Definition of a segment bisector. And we have angle A is congruent to angle B. That's already given. Now you look at the marks. Remember, my advice to you before I went out was take one triangle out of the picture, look at the marks. So this is angle, angle, side. So triangle AEB is congruent to triangle BEC, and that is by angle, angle, side. The side is not included between the angles. So now we want to prove this midpoint of AD, right? Oh, hold on. I realized that I put a B here. I apologize for that. That's a D. So we want to prove that E is the midpoint of AD. So first, we have to state that AE is congruent to DE by CPCTC. Then we can say that E is the midpoint of AD, and the reason for that is the definition of a midpoint. All right, kids, see you in class. Make sure you make your corrections. Thanks so much.